Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. Got a big show lined up for you, and let's get right on into it. All right, let's pull up the screen. NIO, and we are getting our butts whooped. When will it stop? It is not good. So let's get into NIO and see what the crap is going on with it. Damn it. All right, let's take a look at our delivery numbers. That obviously is playing part of the role of this, along with the whole market itself. But we had our deliveries. Of course, we knew back in October they were shut down for 2 weeks, and that's when Chucky showed up and cut our numbers way down. Then they recovered in November and December, and of course we knew January would be a little less. But here in February, Chucky showed up again. He wasn't as bad as he was back here in October, but he was still a punk, and he definitely caused us some problems. And let's talk about that a little bit, because I was expecting 7,000 deliveries, which would have been about 75% of January, because they lose a whole week due to the holiday. But there's one factor I really didn't think of, and that's this. Realize they're getting ready to launch the ET7. They have an entire line in their JAC factory that's just for the ET7. And they're actually making the vehicles right now, obviously. If they're going to deliver them March 28th, they're making them. So they're making these vehicles. They don't get any delivery numbers from it, but think how much energy, time, and effort is going into the ET7 right now, and how much space is taken up in JAC and their employees making those ET7s. I'm sure it's huge. The pressure they're under for this vehicle, this is going to be their flagship vehicle. It'll be the only sedan they have until the ET5 comes out in September. So it's unbelievably important, and you know they need it right. So they're really, probably stressed out. If you've never opened a business or started something new, it's unbelievably stressful. I've opened 3, and I can tell you going into the last days of it is just, it's kind of crazy. And I would say this ET7's, it's probably like that for them. So I think that probably played a role in this number of 6131. It probably would have been 1,000 higher or something. But like I said, they got to be focused on that vehicle. The other thing that's going on is, of course, Ukraine. And for some reason, these geniuses over in Russia decided to attack a nuclear plant. I mean, you got to be kidding me. I mean, that's just like the dumbest thing you could possibly do. So that freaked the entire market out. They're like, my gosh, we're going to have this horrible disaster. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. Why don't they just go back home? Go back to Russia where you belong and leave these people alone, morons. Anyway, I'm not going to get into all that. But that's what it boils down to. So look, it's not just NIO. It's Rivian and Lucid and Tesla and Xpeng and Li and everything's getting hammered. So it's not, heck, look at the market. And when you have a war, we actually have a war that we're watching in real time. I thought we were done with that kind of crap, but obviously we're not. And so the entire market's getting this done to them, and NIO is definitely part of it. That's right. And we're the dog. Just know that. We're not the rooster in this in that video. So anyway, let's take a look and see what's going on with the stock. It's not going to be fun. All right, look at this thing. It dropped below the $21 or the $20 support there, and now it's gone down to $18.65. You've got to go back. Look how far you got to go back to get to any support. You're probably looking at about, there's a little bit right here at 17, and then the next big support is 15 bucks. So it is possible, for this thing to drop that far. I hope it doesn't, but it sure could. And I know what you're thinking. Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious, and don't call me Shirley.
That's right, it is possible, and don't call me Shirley. Hopefully it won't, but it might. Now what I'm doing, it's what I'm doing. You don't have to do this. I am dollar cost averaging on my swing trade. I've told you I've swing traded this thing a couple times. Here, made some money. Here, made some money. Was trying to do a third time, and I'm just going to keep dollar cost averaging on that swing trade. I also hold a long position, which was positive. It's now negative, unfortunately. But like I say, I'm going to stick with it because I like the company and I like the product. I think that ET7 is going to do really well. And long term, I like this company, but it's caught up into a lot of the EV, another little EV crash. We had one back here, if you'll remember, way down. It crashed down and then it went back up and now it's crashing down again. So it kind of is what it is. All right, folks, and that's NIO today, and that's why we're getting our butts whooped. Anyway, hopefully it'll stop pretty soon. Like I said, the ET7 launch should help it, and I know the ET5 coming along is going to do well, I would think. But like I say, we're in turbulent times, and who'd have thought we'd seen a war of all things? But it is what it is. And if you like this content, be sure to hit, well, you might not like this content. You might be mad right now. I'm kind of mad too, so you don't have to hit the like button unless you want to. And if you want to subscribe. It's okay if you don't. And we'll see you next time on Mr. Frugal Investor.